guns are seriously badass. They are absolutely unique. I've never shot an ace. I'm not strong enough, and trying to hold it up to aim, I think, would be a real man's task.
This week, show your love while staying on budget at Grocery Outlet, your extreme value headquarters. Create a home-cooked meal for you and your loved ones, featuring 10-ounce boneless beef New York strip steaks at just $4.99 each. Pair with your favorite sides and save time and money cooking at home this Valentine's Day with fresh quality for extreme value. This deal is available until February 17th while supplies last. Hurry to your local Grocery Outlet today. Grocery Outlet,
Where did you get these? I'm a collector. I pick these up and trade from a guy. You can see that the barrels rotate. So you can load 2 shots at once, bang, and rotate it, take the second shot. Use your device and I'm assuming it's like 1850, somewhere around that, okay? Literally, it just took so long to load a gun, and basically around the 1830s on, they made pistols with 4 barrels, those and probably killed the guy you're shooting at. The gun was 50 feet range, or it was in your jaw. The 1800s was tough. If you took a shot and missed, your dinner would be long gone before you reloaded. This rotating barrel was a huge advantage. You had an extra shot really quick. I mean, these look in good shape, but I see problems right away. The stock's been replaced. Really? Well, I mean, we got the Tiger Strip maple right here with a completely different wood on the butt. It basically lights some rope on fire and wrap it around there. It makes some tiger stripes. I didn't know that. I always wondered how they got that beautiful wood. Yeah. There's been some modern work on it because that's a modern screw.
from $10 to $20. Yes. Niçin hasıl? Danak sizin adınız. Bolso lüzum esnafı. Danak veres esak, karas danak veres eskisi yeni kasım sırayla. Welcome, folks. Welcome to another sharpening video.
And being a Batman fan, I think Batman's first appearance was in the late 30s in a comic, and the character kind of one of their most successful characters that they have. You know, they've had movies, multiple television shows, cartoons. People love Batman. I mean, Superman's obviously way cooler, way stronger, way smarter, and a lot better looking than Batman, so he's my superhero choice. It's cool that you have the box, but it looks kind of in rough shape. What do you think? I mean, it's seen better days, but it's still I don't know, $700 for a Batman dollhouse? Yeah, but it comes with the box. I don't know, Big Hoss. I think you need to call in Steve for this one. I believe he's at a toy convention. I'm sorry, my man. We're gonna have to pass. We're not gonna pass. We're gonna have to pass. No, we're not gonna pass. I'll give you 500 for it. I bet you.
I call this the Smurf poop. It's actually made by Tormac. It's their compound for their leather wheel. Fabulous. Shun Fuji. I'm going to clean up the handles in a little bit, make them shine. Got a Damascus steel. think this is a Henkel. Yep, looks like a Henkel handle from the 80s. What's up to everybody in the chat? How much does it cost? Anywhere from 10 to 20 bucks for each knife. If anybody wants to see me shave my legs, I am totally down for Valentine's Day. Totally down. These are razor sharp edges. No takers. No one wants to see me shave my legs with these knives. You guys get to pick the knife and either my right leg or left leg. Plenty of hair on my calves. Let's buff this out more.
Pues no, a lo más allá. No, está abierto.
And finally, we got the Fuji Shun fillet knife. So I got some cutting board oil, mineral oil. We're gonna shine up the handles, the wooden handles. So there's a local sharpener that's been working on these knives previously. He does a bogus job, so whoever goes to him ends up coming to me. And little inside story is that's the dude that made me become a sharpener. That's the dude that the reason that I'm here right now. Isn't that like ironic? That's crazy, huh? Some dude out there. I took my knives to him. He couldn't sharpen it. Imagine if he was able to sharpen my knives, I would have never become a sharpener. That's a weird story, but that's how I became a sharpener for a certain person out there. I don't want to name him, but he's the guy who bought the business from another guy that actually taught me how to sharpen knives. There it is, folks. Smash that thumbs up button. We're gonna get to these handles right now. So these are my favorite Shun knives. There's many types of Shun knives. This is the one I like the most because of the density of the metal. I got some mineral oil. I'm gonna apply it to the handle. Wow, look at that. Just shines right through. Amazing. I don't want to cut myself here. Look at all that gunk.
está a un lado lo que sobró, ¿verdad?
What's up to everybody in the chat? Welcome. Welcome to another sharpening video. In this video, we had a set of Shun Fuji knives. Just one knife is like a Hanko. The rest is like a Shun knife set. Trying to clean up some of these handles. What's up to everybody in the chat? Welcome. I guess it's Valentine's Day and everybody's bored. So, I always check out my neighbor. So Valentine's Day, you would think the whole family would be together, right? But not my neighbor. Imagine he's watching my video right now. Like, who are you talking about? Me and my wife don't get along that well. These handles came out sick, folks. That feels right. You should, if you got some nice knives at home, you should go and oil up your handles. Might last a long time. And it'll look good, aesthetic, you know. Especially if you got like nice knives like this. Yeah, the owner should be totally psyched about these knives.
¿Se fue a buscar su postre? ¿A dónde venden postres? Aquí, ahí la encontramos. Son los que la comunidad. Sí, es del 45, pero él no sabe de manera.
Sorry for all the people out.
Como manejar en la noche. Mínimo le debes poner ese brillo. Mínimo. Si no quieres que se le haga un control, mínimo le tienes que poner ese. Eso es lo que todo para poner ese brillo. Eso es bien. Entonces, con esto voy a guardar este precio al otro mes ya sube 6 años. Bueno, entonces, yo voy a ir esta semana allá ahí con el doctor. Voy a traer los lentes que le hicieron. Quiero ver qué le hicieron, porque si voy a hacer los niños, se queda la plata, esa es otra cosa. ¿Para qué? Si ya le dieron uno, no ve, no, no tenemos tres. No, pero no debe ser. No, pero ¿cómo voy a hacer yo qué tal? Aquí le voy a dar el nomás y el pero no. Yo quería para ver, no fue. Por eso se lo pedí, me pasé el examen. Fíjate en el examen, me pasó. Sí, sí, pasé, pero me dijo, pagué caro. Yo pasé. ¿Pero qué queda? ¿Pagó? Sí, pagué. Sí, sí, pagué.
Claro, parecen nuggets, ¿no? Por eso les dicen nuggets.
If you like, search ZZ Sharpening Service. If you're in a local area like North Hollywood, California, Los Angeles, sure, I'll teach you how to sharpen knives. I've done that before. Few guys bought some equipment off me and they were like, hey, can you show me how to sharpen knives? So I taught them, yeah. I got some few machines that I could sell you, 1x30. I mean, you could find it anywhere to buy it yourself. Sure, I'll do courses if anyone's interested. Search ZZ Sharpening Service, California, Los Angeles. Give me a call. We'll definitely talk about it. So, located Los Angeles. I can show you guys a Google search. This is where I'm at, North Hollywood, California, Los Angeles. Give me a call. We'll teach you how to sharpen knives like a real man. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you guys honest. Some people could sharpen knives, and some people could just try all their life to sharpen knives. So you either got it or you don't. Definitely, you'll figure it out right away. Because you'll constantly get better. And if you don't get better, just leave it alone. Let the professionals do it. I suggest don't give up. Keep trying. Your whole life you're going to be learning. Might as well practice. Bangladesh. Oh my God. That's my favorite country, man. My favorite countries are India, Bangladesh, Iran. I'm kidding. If you want to come down to Los Angeles, California from Bangladesh, I'll teach you how to sharpen knives. I like the handles. They came out nice and shiny. Did I do this one?
You ever go to a coffee shop, show me they have like the little pegboard with a bunch of babysitters and lost dog things on it? Yeah. That's how most people used to get their news back in the day. Before social media, before late night comedians, although I don't know if Ben Franklin was a late night comedian, but he might have been funny in his own right. Certainly could have been. I'm at the pawn shop today to sell my broadside on the Battle of Bunker Hill, the first major battle of the American Revolution. This document was printed in 1775, so it's almost 250 years old. Everything is a battle and negotiation. I'm aware of that. I'm asking $8,000 for it. I mean, I think that's a bargain price. I mean, this is a major document for American history. It's a pretty cool piece you have here. How did you get this? I actually bought this at an auction maybe 15 years ago, something like that. You ever hear of the Battle of Bunker Hill, Chum? I heard of it before. This was kind of like right before the Revolutionary War really took place, right? Chum, you gotta understand, prior to the Bunker Hill battle, we weren't even really taken serious. This battle is pretty much why, we had to make the decision. Are we really, really gonna take this serious and go to war with England and become an independent country?
Well, I imagine when this got posted up, people are rushing over there to read it and get a perspective on what's going on in America right now.
Oh yeah, George Washington was in New York at the time, and he received the news from a broadside probably just like this one about what happened on Bunker Hill.
It's pretty cool to think George Washington might have read this exact same broadside.
You can actually even see some of the holes here, which is probably where they put nails.
So what are you looking to get for it?
I'm asking $8,000.
I mean, for a 200 and some odd year old piece of paper, it's in great condition. I mean, it's almost in too good a condition for me. Just to ease my mind on the condition of it, do you mind if I have somebody take a look at it?
Yeah, of course.
All right, sure, we'll give him each vehicle.
Yeah, we'll be right back.
Hey, hang out, we'll be back in a little bit.
Awesome. I've got the guys interested. I mean, that's half the battle. Now I just need the expert, hand him a bayonet and have him charge up the hill and close the sale.
Hey, what's up, Mike?
Sean, how you doing?
Hey,
how's it going? Good. How's the beard?
It's working.
So this is what I called you about. A broadside.
Yes, it is.
And Corey had some concern because it's in kind of good condition, a couple hundred years old.
Yeah, it is. I mean, rarely see something that's this old in this good a condition, right?
Well, no, I've seen quite a few.
We all don't work in museums.
Yes, well, that's part of it. That's true. You mind if I take a look?
Of course, go ahead.
Oh, this is a nice one. This is called the Bravery of the King's Troops.
Wait, this has a name?
Yeah, this is a known broadside because it is the first one that was printed of the Battle of Bunker Hill, the battle that actually started the Revolutionary War. And of course, this is an interesting piece, it's a wonderful piece because it's early disinformation. He was overtly lying in this as a way of downplaying what had happened to tell the British, oh, look at how wonderful your troops did. He's saying, here's what I saw, but not quite. We wouldn't see that, of course, today.
I think we see it all day, every day.
That's right. But it's a wonderful piece. I mean, there's some damage. You've got a corner missing here. You've got some water damage down here. But it's also kind of nice because you've got a nail hole. This is how it would have been put up on a wall or a post of some sort. This is a wonderful piece.
Do you think this is an original from the time period?
Yeah, absolutely. I have no question about that. What we talk about today is acid-free paper. That's what this is, but that's because this was printed before we had modern paper. So this was printed on paper made out of rags. A colonial era document like this will last better than your newspaper from this morning.
I get all my information online, Mark.
Of course you do.
Well, Mark, I appreciate you coming down, man.
Not a problem. Good to see you.
Thanks a lot.
Well, the beard has spoken.
So what do you guys think?
It's really, really cool. I gotta make money too.
Sure.
Would you do $5 grand?
I mean, you gotta imagine how rare and important this is. I mean, I love this thing. You know, you gotta come up some from there.
What are you thinking?
I mean, you thought 8 was fair. I mean, I'll go down to 7.
And I'll go up to 6.
Oh my gosh, who's gonna win this battle? I know they didn't do this in the Revolution, but can we make a compromise? Can we go at 65 halfway, maybe?
Yeah, I probably would like this too.
You know what? I'll do 65. Shall we write them up?
All right, well, it looks like we got a deal for $6,500. I'll meet you over there.
Sounds good. I'll head over there. Thanks. Negotiating them was definitely a battle, but I wasn't going to retreat on this one.
I'm in Pennsylvania on a work trip, and I'm taking a look at a brown vest ball gun from the 1770s. How you doing? What's going on? This is the gun, huh? This is Grandpa's brown vest.
Very cool. Brown vest with 1772.
Not that.
Yeah, this is a pretty cool gun. I mean, very, very heavy. Not the kind of gun you could fire holding. It's got the horseshoe mount right here, and this would have allowed it to be mounted on a wall. It's pretty big. I mean, but I can see why you wouldn't want to put this on your shoulder and fire it.
I have a brown vest wall gun, which is a really old flintlock gun that was mounted on the wall of a fortress back in Revolutionary War days.
Brown Bess was always at my grandparents' house, and my grandfather always told us stories how his father brought the Brown Bess back from England when he was a little boy. I'm looking to get $7,500 for the Brown Bess wall gun.
Yeah, the thing looks pretty cool. It's kind of considered one of the first modern firearms, you know. Of course, you had to load it with the ramrod, which is right here. Is this the original ramrod on it?
It is, and it's in firing condition.
That's pretty cool. You don't see that a lot with guns this old. A lot of the time, those will get lost. It has a crown marking here. Where'd you get it?
It was my grandfather's. Me and my brothers grew up playing with it. His father brought it over from England eons ago, and then my Uncle Mickey inherited it, and he gave it to me.
Have you ever fired it?
I fired it when I was a young kid. We used to fire it in my grandfather's backyard.
Well, the gun looks pretty good. How much are you looking to get for it?
I'd like to get $7,500 for it.
I can see that, actually. It's probably somewhere in the ballpark of that for sure. The gun, obviously, it's got some age on it, but it looks to be in pretty good condition. You got the original ramrod there and the mount, so when you have those kind of things original to the gun, it does increase the value a little bit. I have Alex come in, my gun expert, and yeah, he'll be able to authenticate it. It's going to be here any minute.
All right, great. Chumley called in an expert to come in and authenticate the Brown Bess, and hopefully it will validate the price I'm looking to get.
Hey, Alex.
Hey, Chum, how are you?
I'm pretty good. So, this is what I called you about right here.
Wow, firing order.
Is it?
Yeah, we used to shoot it when I was little. Swear to God.
As a kid?
Yeah.
This thing is a beast. Whoa.
So I noticed some markings right here. There's some type of crown right here with a little arrow and stuff.
Yeah, so that's King George III's cipher. So it dates this to the reign of King George. He was the king for the American Revolution. He lost America for the British. So this is his cipher.
Yeah, now I see why they mounted on the U.
Yeah, so it's on a yoke mount, and so this would be called like a rampart gun or a wall gun. The idea is that if you have a fort and you've got a wall, that you would sit this right into the wall really easily, and also it takes the recoil out of this. And the ball that it shoots is about 30% larger than a traditional musket ball. You want to see how big the balls are?
I do. Wow.
Look at that thing.
Oh my God, that's heavy too.
Yep, solid lead. So this pattern gun was developed in 1738. This is an updated version, and these are rare. You do not see these, especially ones that are as complete as this. It does have some worm. That's not uncommon, but it is a detractor.
Well, I definitely want to fire it.
All right, before I fire it, I'd like to see if it functions well, and then I'll tell you what I think it's worth, okay?
You do your magic.
So let me just take this rod out. Oh, yeah.
That is original, would you say?
Yeah, you can tell by the way this is formed up here that it is the original.
Alright, just making sure it's empty right now?
Yeah, so the good thing is the rod goes all the way back, which means there's nothing in there.
Okay.
So that's really good. So I can put the rod away. All right, I got a target that I made up. It's in my truck. I'll grab it, come back, load it, shoot it, okay?
Alright. Always prepared, this guy.
The weapons expert wants to fire the Brown Bess, and hopefully that will increase the value of the gun.
Dreaming of the perfect family trip?
Who are you?
Honey, Priceline's AI travel assistant.
How about Eco Resort, free breakfast, zip line?
Done.
LA's got this. Let's trade it. Event, outcome.
So, these are clays. We hit one, it'll explode.
Well, let's load her up and see how she fires.
All right. This is about 100 grains of black powder. So here is that almost golf ball size lead ball. And a little bit of toilet paper. What this does is it basically keeps the ball and the powder down in the chamber, because the idea is it won't ignite unless the powder's all the way at the bottom, but you also want the ball to travel the whole length of the barrel because it'll fly straighter. Perfect. All right, so I'm gonna put it on half cock.
All right.
You ready?
Whoa!
Yes! Look, I got it!
You got two of them!
Yeah! That thing is, look how thing's out homeless!
You know what? I couldn't have done better myself.
You want to try it? I'll reload it.
No, I think that's good. It works. Whoa! That's all I need to know. I don't want to put any extra wear and tear on it because I might actually get a chance to buy it.
That's true. I mean, that is fun. Thank you so much.
So should I give him the $7,500 for it?
I think you should give him the $7,500 because I think it's worth $20,000.
Why do I call you again?
Look, these are, you just don't see them. You really don't. And it works well. And look, it has condition issues, and I've factored that in, and it's still worth about $20,000. So
Well, maybe I can get it for a good deal and make plenty of money anyway. Can I give you a call and you can help me ship it back to Vegas?
I will ship it back for you, I promise.
Cool, because I don't think they're going to let me on the plane with this.
Yeah, it might be a tough sell. All right.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Nice to meet you, Brad.
Likewise, thank you.
Well, you wanted $7,500? I'll give it to you.
Oh, how about 20,000?
That's not gonna happen. I gotta have some good room for profit here. Would you take 10?
No way. How about 15? Told you how rare it is. It fires.
$14,000 and we got a deal.
I'll do 14.
14,000? All right. Let me go make a phone call back to Vegas and we'll figure out how we're gonna get you paid.
Okay, great.
All right. Now that I got the sale, I'm gonna go take some shots of my own in New York City.
I came out looking for $7,500. The brown vest fired off, and I doubled my money.
How's it going?
I have an indentured servant document, a contract from 1703.
Oh, that definitely sounds cool.
Yeah.
Let's take a look.
These things are so hard to read.
Something years of our reign of our, by the grace of God. There's so much stuff in this because the lawyers were paid by the word.
If it's paid for by the word, then this must be a fortune. I'm here at the pawn shop today trying to sell my indentured servant document from 1703. The fact that it is from 1703 and not being able to read too many of the words in there, I think makes this really a fascinating document. I think there's probably some really cool, discoverable things in there. I'm hoping to sell the document for $600.
So you think it's for an indentured servant?
Well, that's what I was told when I purchased it from the New Orleans Public Library.
Okay. In 1703, indentured servitude was very common. It was all throughout the New World. There was different degrees of indentured servitude. Some of it was forced, some of it was voluntary, but still wasn't great. Some, if you were poor and whatnot, you really hoped that you could get your kid to be indentured. The worst type of indentured servant was convicts. Most of them were brought to ports in the southern states for hard labor in the fields. And each one of these guys would have a contract. I think 14 years was generally the max for these types of contracts. So the owners of the contracts were a little bit more lenient because they wanted their servants to last the full 14 years. As opposed to an indentured servant for only 3 years, you're going to work them to the bone, right? And many of those people end up passing away. Let's try and read some of this. 100 pounds of lawful money. Can't read. Okay. This is a lease for a set period of time for some property.
It is. Not person is property.
No, not person, because it's also for 100 pounds. The cost of an indentured servant only averaged between 8 and 20 pounds at most. But it's 1703, which makes it really cool. And since it says parish, I believe it's probably from New Orleans, which would make it pretty damn rare, because in 1703, there was next to no one in New Orleans. It's pretty cool. I mean, do you want to sell it?
I do.
How much you want for it?
$600.
I can be like $300 for it.
I was hoping to get a little closer to 600.
I would go $400 on it because it's really interesting, and I might actually play with it for a little while before I sell it.
You think we can meet in the middle at 5?
I'll go $450.
I'll call that a deal.
Sweet. Yeah, great deal. I'll meet you right around the corner and we'll do some paperwork.
Thank you.
I might just have bought the deed to Bourbon Street. Hey, how's it going? Good. How are you? Good. What can I help you with?
I got some bone dice here from the 1700s, and they got King George III's stamp back stamp on them.
Let's see, we have a GR there. It's really cool. You rarely see these anymore. Most of them are in collectors' hands that never come out of them, or they're in museums, because this really is what started the Revolutionary War. I mean, it was a really interesting time period. It would have been really cool to live back then, because it was an intellectual age. There was a lot of arguments all night long in bars where they would drink, play dice, and talk politics.
I got these dice that were in a whole bunch of items that were in my garage. I could go down as low as 150, but I'm going to be asking $300 for them, and I think they're worth every penny.
I absolutely love these things because the Stamp Act was one of the precursors to the Revolutionary War, and that was because you had to actually have a tax stamp for everything. And this was the insane thing. A pair of dice, the tax, that costs 10 shillings. So literally, the tax on this dice is like a common person's wages for 6 weeks.
You're kidding.
The English Parliament enacted the Stamp Act of 1765 to help pay off all the debts that were incurred during the French and Indian Wars. The problem is, if you tax something to death, they'll figure out a way around the system. Now, you see how these are stamped right here? Those are big and bold and 100%. And these right here are faded and yucky. That's because those are fake tax stamps and those are real. The funny thing is, these are worth just right around the same as those. And the reason why is they're so cool that they're fake. You know, this was the unfair taxes, and this is what the American people did. They faked it. It's a funny thing. It's one of those rare things where the fakes are worth as much as the reals. It's interesting. So how much you want for them?
Well, I'm asking $300 for them.
Can I give you $250 for them? I mean, it's right around what they're worth. Because, like I said, they're rare, but they're not that rare because everyone would play dice.
About $275.
You know what? They're really cool. I'll give you $275. Okay. Meet you right up front here.
With the $275 I got today, I'll probably just take my friend to a really nice dinner.
I can't worry about the shop right now because a very good customer of mine who usually sells me extremely rare books and documents apparently has some unique finds he wants me to check out. And one of them is supposed to be a handwritten letter by George Washington about the Whiskey Rebellion. I cannot lie. I love anything about the OG GW. Wow. Adam.
Hey, Rick, how's it going?
Pretty good. I love the vault door. I mean, did they keep the Holy Grail in here at one time?
It's actually in 9020, but I lost the key to that box. Speaking of Holy Grails, I brought you 3 Holy Grails, 3 real treasures. The first one is a painting from a medieval book of hours from about 1430. In the 19th century and the 20th century, the miniature paintings inside were recognized as true works of art in and of themselves.
I know the Book of Hours was probably the most popular book in the Middle Ages. Religion was very, very important. And it was also a status symbol just having a book because they were literally done by hand.
And they were so prized and revered they were even given as dowry gifts.
It's so rare to see illuminations like this.
This one is really well executed.
So the big question, how much you want for it?
I was going to ask $12,000.
Well, maybe there's a package deal to be done.
Okay, I'll show you the other stuff. So this is the Book of Games by Edmund Hoyle. It's printed in Philadelphia in 1796. And that makes it the first book on card games printed in America.
Here we have whist, quadrille, piquet, backgammon, chess, billiards, and tennis. So 4/7 of it, I know.
Well, I'm not going to lower the price on you just because you don't know what piquet or quadrille is. I can tell you that.
Okay.
Well, just like believe, $12,000.
I'm assuming you're leaving the best for last.
I am. So this is a very important letter signed on September 15th, 1792 in George Washington's hand, having to do with the Whiskey Rebellion.
Oh, okay. Most people in this country don't know about the Whiskey Rebellion, which is like a really important part of American history. I mean, George Washington's in office, and all of a sudden, Congress passes a tax on whiskey. The people in western Pennsylvania really thought it was unfair. Got to the point where people were dying over it. There was one tax collector that they tarred and feathered.
And George Washington ended up massing 12,000 troops.
They saw the show of force, and he was able to suppress the uprising just because of that show of force. And this proclamation to enforce these taxes, he had to get it to Jefferson as quick as possible as Secretary of State to sign it.
So, has this been repaired?
No, this has not been repaired. I mean, it would have been originally folded and then, flattened out.
It is in rough shape. Here's the big thing. How much?
45,000.
Okay. I do love it. There's a lot of cool stuff going on here. The condition really scares me, though. The reason I chose today to come down here is because I knew Stuart Les was going to be down. You've met him before, right?
Yeah.
This is what he does.
Sure.
So let me give a call and get him down here, and we'll go from there.
Okay, you got it.
All right, right back.
I'm hoping that the expert bonkers over this unusual letter in Washington's hand. I mean, with the prices of things on the market at the auction today, maybe he's going to say more than $45,000.
Manuel or Palms Casino Resort in Las Vegas. Play now through March 28th for your chance to win.
Blink and get more with new 2K Plus Smart Security. With Blink 2K Plus, get set up in minutes to see every detail in crisp 2K video. Get noise cancellation for clearer two-way talk.
Hey!
Oh, hey, perfect timing.
Get wireless power for up to 2 years of battery life. Plus, with smart detection, you always know who's there. Plug in or battery powered. Get Blink 2K Plus and get more with smart security for less.
Neat item. And so who's William Gray?
So William Gray was actually George Washington's weaver. He obviously entrusted him with, some important duties, so he was writing a proclamation for the Whiskey Rebellion in hand, and he needed Jefferson's signature, and he told Mr. Gray with some urgency, get this to Jefferson to sign.
Okay. I did bring along an example of a George Washington letter, so I can compare the handwriting on this to the handwriting on this side. George Washington had the greatest handwriting of any president, so if we look at it, it's definitely in Washington's handwriting. One issue with this, Rick, is obviously you can see that the G and W have eroded on here with water staining and age. The signature's not that strong on the letter. The other unusual thing is the size of the paper. Usually he used paper that was much larger, so I don't know if he just was looking for a scrap of paper or if this was cut down from something larger.
So that's George Washington's signature,
Yep.
correct? In his handwriting, and not too good a condition.
Correct.
So you put that in a blender, and the price is?
With other similar Washingtons that I cited, I think something like this, the fair market value would be about $20,000 on it.
That's a little disappointing to hear.
Well, thanks, Stuart. You're the best.
Nice seeing you again.
Oh, great seeing
Good
you.
luck with it, Rick. It's a great piece of American history.
All right, I'll talk to you soon.
All right, thanks, Rick.
Okay. All right.
Down to the